Right, the AC on this 2013 Mini Cooper, the new condenser has been put in. The old one is leaking. You've seen that in the previous video showing the leaking condenser using the UV dye to find the leaks. It was really obvious. So we have 490 grams in here. That calls for this vehicle by weight only. Right now I'm looking at the temperature of the air that is coming out of the dash. 47.8 degrees. This is a variable displacement compressor, so it controls the displacement. There's nothing you can do about that yourself. This air temperature right here, that is 83 degrees, is at my sensor. That's at the air inlet. You see the sensor right here? So I have that right there. That sensor is sitting right on top where the fresh air intake is right there. Right now the fresh air intake is closed because I'm using recycle air. So you get a slightly lower temperature. Let's close that. As you can see right here, 47 degrees. Focus. I noticed the Apple camera does not like to focus off of glossy glass surfaces. So the outside temperature right now is roughly 80 degrees right now, the ambient temperature on this 2013 Mini. And you can see where our high side pressure is. It's funny because there's some guy on YouTube who makes channels and he's the AC expert. And he says all the cars are around 230, 250 PSI. Interesting. See the low side's around 32 on this vehicle. And you can see our superheat and our subcooling. And you can see our suction line temperature. I'm taking the temperature. See where it says SLT, suction line temperature? That is off this thermal sensor right here that is attached right to the suction line down there by the compressor. And actually the hot temperature of heat is going over it, and the temperature is probably actually a little colder than that. LLT, liquid line temperature. That is the liquid line temperature coming out of the condenser. That is right here. That is this line right here. And where the liquid line comes out of the condenser, that is where I'm taking the temperature right there. Because that's all. Those are the only places I could take the temperature because I can't get a hold of anywhere else because it's so difficult. So now, let's see where we're at right now. We're down to 46.5 degrees. That's on recycle air. So right now we have the recycle button on and we're taking the cool air in the vehicle because, you know, our outdoor air temperature, we're dropping in here. 78 degrees inside here right now. Taking at that point where it would come in, but it's not pulling air in. So now I'm going to press the button, go inside, press the button, and we're going to take this hot engine air that's coming from right here, coming off the fan, off the exhaust manifold. The air comes over here and it gets sucked down this vent right here, and it's going to go into the cabin, into the evaporator, through the blower motor, and then get chilled. And we're going to see this temperature go up as we take in more of this hot air right now. Right now there's no air flowing over that tip. That is just the static temperature of the air on the sensor sitting right at the vent that's going to open up and suck in air. So let's go hit that tip. And actually, let me bring this with you and I'll show you. You'll be able to see it move. All right, you can see that it's on recycle. See right there, the light is on recycle. So right now we're recycling the cabin air inside here. And right now we're coming out from this temperature sensor right here, 46 degrees. And did you see it just go up because I took it out? Now, do you want to know what the cabin temperature is in here? Okay, so under recycle, the air in the cabin inside the car in here, it's coming out, it's going in the vehicle, and it's recycling in the car, chilling down the whole cabin. So let's look at the temperature of the air in the cabin. I'll take this out. and we'll just sit this right here. So this is the air temperature at this location right here going over this tip. You see that the vents are shooting up and out away from the center of the cabin. This one here, it's shooting and it's pointing up and away, up and away. So there's no cold air shooting right here. Only the temperature of the air that's in the center of the vehicle right next to me right here is what we're reading. And the temperature in this vehicle is 49, looks like it's gonna be about 50 degrees. 49.9 degrees, 50 degrees. So at this point right here, in this car, it's 50 degrees in here. It's 70 plus degrees outside in the shop. So now, let's stick this back in the vent. We're gonna take the temperature of the air coming out of the evaporator coil, and you see it going back down. So I'm going to hit the recycle button and I'm going to turn it off. And we are going to take in the hot engine heat, the air that is coming over the engine through the fan. We're going to take that air out. We're going to take that into the car. Whoops, there it goes. You see the button is off. And you see the air temperature of the dash is climbing right now. And you see the air temperature as soon as that opened up out there. See right there, look at the air temperature now, 88 degrees. It is now taking in 88 degrees of hot air into the vehicle, going through the blower motor, going over the evaporator, and it's chilling 88 degree air. It's no longer chilling 50 degree air that was in the cabin. So it had to work harder. And you can see right here where it shot up, that is right here, and you see the cabin air temperature or the duct air temperature went up to 53 degrees. But then the duct air temperature is coming back down because the sensor in the vehicle told the compressor, it says, hey, we're getting warm inside the cabin. There's a heavy heat load over the evaporator. Turn the swash plate on the variable displacement compressor up and make it work harder. And you see the temperature is coming down again. We're down to 51. 51, it'll slowly go down again. But we're bringing in that hot air temperature. Look at the temperature of the air coming in now. 92 degrees. We have fresh air, because you see it's not on recycle no more. 92 degree air coming in over the evaporator, but we have 52 degree air coming out of the dash. So you got a 40 degree splits between the outside air and the air coming out of the duct right now, because we're no longer on recycle. All right, so that's it for today. I got to get out of here. I see these guys got to move some cars, so I'm in their way because there's a car right there and there's a car off to the side and they need to shuffle cars. They just finished, I see. All right, see you guys.